All right, let's talk about Jared Goff's future with the Lions. Dan Campbell saying he is going to be the future quarterback. Should the Lions draft a quarterback? Did we upgrade or downgrade with Jared Goff at quarterback? Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate the love, support everybody supporting the channel. Don't forget to check out the Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. And I might go live tonight. Who knows? I'm not sure. But um, let's talk about it. Apparently, Jared Goff also said that he wants to be in Detroit. He's glad to be here. Um, glad to have a team that actually wants him. And obviously, getting traded as a National Football League quarterback is nothing common. It's not common at all. And basically, he took a lot of flack with the Los Angeles Rams. And my whole thing is with him is that if we can block and protect him, I think if he can plant, he'd be able to throw a lot more accurate. They wasn't really blocking with the Rams. Remember, he had a tumultuous start to his career with Steve Fisher, Steve Fisher is the old coach of Michigan. And, basically he was thinking it up. But to be honest, I really don't know what to expect because the Lions have a great offensive line, contrary to what people believe. But he's not more mobile than Stafford. Really, he going to need a clean pocket. And really, he does nothing to enhance the run game. And that's been our problem, forever. Ever since, James Stewart ran for that 1,000 yards, we consistently haven't been able to run the football. And what made him successful in that offense with Sean McVay with the Rams was their ability to run the football and him to get, better windows because of the play action, because defenders happen to respect the run. In Detroit, he's not going to have that luxury of the run game, not to what we believe. And the Lions got a good offensive line. It's just like it's a cursed top on or cursed lid on our run game. I mean, we had good running backs. They just, really never, survive. And, they always, get beat up like Kerryon Johnson, whatever. So, to me, the one thing the Lions got to attack this offseason, people talking about defense. The one thing they got to attack is they got to find a run game. They got to find another back that can match DeAndre Swift. They got to find the right tackle that's going to be able to anchor the right side of that line and really be able to run block. And I think that's really going to be the ticket for the Detroit Lions, to be honest, is them having to, find that running game, because I think Stafford would have been more successful if he would have been able to have a better running game as far as wins and losses. I think that's part of it. And with Jared Goff, you got to make him feel comfortable. And he's going to feel comfortable be able to hand that ball off 20, 30 times a game and play off that play action. And then you got to give him a clean pocket. And that's why people was calling for like Justin Fields and, to draft the quarterback simply because, or mobile quarterback, because that's going to enhance the run game. And don't be surprised if it's not an opportunity to trade for Lamar Jackson. I don't think they want to pay Lamar Jackson. So don't be surprised if the Lions get on that Lamar Jackson sweepstakes if they don't pay him this offseason. But with Jared Goff, he gonna need everything. He gonna need everything he had in Los Angeles to be successful. And I think for him, I think New Orleans would have been a great spot for him. I think Sean Payton would have been able to do what's great for him. But the good thing about Anthony Lynn, former NFL running back, he liked running the football. So I think for them, they got to find a right tackle that's just nasty. Now, what I would do is I'd probably go for a left tackle if I could. But if they can get their hands on an Oregon tackle, like everybody say pretty good, if I get my hands on a guy that's nasty and that's a road grader, I think their offensive line is complete. I think, don't forget Stenberger's pretty much, could be coming into his own. Jonah Jackson was unbelievable. Ragnar was unbelievable. Decker was unbelievable. So I really think you need that nasty right tackle that's going to be a road grader, because you got to protect Jared Goff, and then you also got to protect Jared Goff and get the most out of him with the run game. So we don't have a successful run game this year, and we ask him to drop back 30, 40 times, we're not going to be successful. So they number one thing is to make sure Jared Goff is successful with free agency, if they can, and with the draft, not the defense. The defense is not bad. The defense kind of did well last year when they had the right game plan. Arizona, they did well. The first Chicago game to the injuries, they did well. The second Chicago game, they did well. So people talking about the defense is terrible. I think some interior lineman is going to fix most of their problems. Drafting linebacker and just a new philosophy, maybe a safety somewhere in the near future, maybe this drafting. That's really what they got to do, because think about it. Deshaun Hand, Panisi being backup tackles, defense, that's going to be good. Bringing back a healthy Trey Flowers. You bring back a healthy Romeo. You bringing his brother back, Julian. So to be honest, I think what they aim is interior lineman. And if they got to go out there and take that kid from Alabama and plug him in their line, cool. And their defense is really not going to be that bad if they find 2 tackles that can, rush the passer and stop the run. But I'm not really concerned. I think they need to make Jared Goff feel comfortable because he making more money than anybody on defense. And if you're able to run the ball consistently and down people's throats and be physical, that's also going to help the defense by letting the other offense get lethargic. So, with Jared Goff, honestly, I think with him, they're going to have to help him out. They're going to have to help Jared Goff out a lot. And, that's just it. Everything you didn't give Stafford and you didn't give him a run game or whatever it may be, you better give it to Jared Goff. That's got to be the number one offensive focus is Jared Goff. That's got to be the number one focus. Jared Goff is the focus. Jared Goff, he's that guy. He's the guy that you have to focus on to get better. That's their number one thing is making Goff comfortable. Now, do we draft a quarterback? Obviously, I would still draft one. People say, when I'm in the first round, I still would. If I'm 100% sure that I'm gonna do everything to make Jared Goff comfortable, then no, I wouldn't draft one. But if I wasn't sure if I could keep Jared Goff 100% comfortable, I would, But Dan Quinn said he's their guy. And that's what he said. Dan Quinn said. I keep calling him Quinn. Dan Campbell said he's their guy. So he told him that he's the guy. Jared Goff is going to be here. I have no issue with it. But really, if you don't believe that he's going to be the future quarterback, and you being real, you got to draft one this year. And the thing about drafting one this year, it's not all bad. If he's not the guy, guess what? If he's not the guy, I can cut him and not owe him that much money. It's not like when Stafford came in the league where he got all this guaranteed or this money coming out and it wasn't a cap. And now we can't get rid of him. I get it then. But you don't have to pay him all that money. We don't have to deal with that no more. So, but they're not going to draft a quarterback. I think we all know that. They didn't want to give a solid backup behind Stafford. They wouldn't draft one behind Stafford. You're talking about paying the highest paid quarterback more money with a linebacker behind him, a quarterback behind him. I just don't. I don't see them doing that in my opinion. I don't think that's going to be the move. This cheap organization is not going to put money in 2 quarterbacks. And I think we all know that. And most people know they won't draft one in the first round. And I think they're going to ride with Jared Goff. I didn't envision this. Being the fresh start that we was going to get. But if Goff played terrible, then they got the capital to draft one in the 2022 draft. But is he an upgrade over Matthew Stafford? People point to his playoff wins, but Stafford would have them same playoff wins if he was in that same situation. And I know if was a fifth, we'd be drunk. And he's not in those situations, But, Jared Goff had Todd Gurley, a great defense in the past. And, he had a playoff win. He's a winner. That don't make him a winner. He just was in the right situation. He's not a better talent than Stafford. And I just never was impressed. Remember, it was talks about who was going to be the number one pick him in that year. Him and Carson Wentz came out. And to be honest, I thought Carson Wentz is the more talented quarterback. I really do think Carson Wentz is the better quarterback. But with Jared Goff, he got a thumb injury. I think that's going to heal. And then I think the $1 million question for him, is going to be if Detroit is going to do everything he needs to see. And they haven't done that in the past to help previous quarterbacks succeed, like Matthew Stafford. They didn't do the best for him. And I don't really know. If this new regime is different, then, power to them. If they not different, then we gonna be in a bit of trouble. So the number one thing is is Jared Goff is he's the number one priority to make him successful this season. He's the highest paid player on the team, right? So he's the guy that you got to make successful. He's that guy. He's that guy. If you don't make him successful, the Lions are gonna be in a lot of trouble. They are. And personally, I'm always down for drafting a quarterback. And y'all know how I am. And I would have liked to see them. I would have liked to see them go after another draft a quarterback still early on. People talking about, well, it's not going to be a quick turnaround, but we shouldn't draft a quarterback. I think you should draft a quarterback. Why not? It's the most important position on the field. Why shouldn't they draft a quarterback? I mean, that's the $1 million question for me. Why shouldn't they draft a quarterback? It just makes no sense. They should take one and learn behind Goff. If they believe in Goff, then don't. But that's just my opinion. So that's my opinion of the thing. But we'll see. I'm not a huge Jared Goff fan. Even when they made that run, I just think this not gonna work. So, either in 2022 we'll be taking a quarterback or in 2021. But hopefully, he has a revelation here and he plays a lot better. But it is what it is. Hopefully, I'm with him. I hope he is, and hopefully he'll winner, and hopefully they put the people around him to be successful. But check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All my social media links, subscription. Fast way to reach me at Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. Want to make a donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate. Share the video. Appreciate the love, support. One time for the one time. Mercy Sports.